Hey guys.
Yeah,
music.
music.
Wow.
Totally derailed me. Welcome
Sorry.
to another Collaboration Clubhouse. My name is Anya Robbins, and with me I have Marco Bucci and Jonathan Hardesty.
Hey.
What up,
And
peeps?
Hey, everyone. Thanks for having me back, Anya.
Oh, no, you're good. We're so happy to have you back. This is going to be so fun. Our theme today is what the green monster wear to Halloween. So
wait, what is it? What is it?
What did the green monster wear to Halloween?
What did the green monster wear to Halloween?
Yeah.
Okay. Wow, that's really, it's like specific. It's like,
yeah.
I like it. I like it.
You know, like Marco's monster that he always draws? Like that's
yes, got you. Okay, yes. Now it makes sense. Yeah. I was like, what? I was like, yes.
Oh, John.
I mean, I was like, what? I was like, that's a weird way to say it. Like, but now it totally makes sense.
I love that you asked though, like, because like
it does help.
I bet help. You some people would have been like, what?
yeah. There you go. There you go.
So let's get
I haven't drawn this guy in a while. Let's,
oh, really? Aww. You haven't?
No, it's been a while. So I got to reference my own character, but he's just a ball, so easy.
yeah. He's kind of fuzzy, right? If I remember right, he's got like a little bit of fuzz, right?
Furry green ball. I think I invented him at a time when I was just learning the fundamentals. I'm like, I need like a character, but that's dead easy to draw. So that's where he was born.
That's awesome. That's the way to do it, man.
Yeah, just give you something simple. Let's see. I actually am going to reference my own character though, because I remember there's a couple paintings I like more than others of him. All right. Well, hey everyone, good to see you. While we're here, I'm always looking to do the teaching stuff. So if anyone has any questions, I'd be happy to answer or to try and answer. Am I able to? Oh yeah, here we go.
I think it's good that you kept them simple. I actually think like that's more challenging to get interesting poses and stuff. You know what I mean? Like it's you have to get like fundamentally, it's a little bit more demanding to get like interesting poses and stuff if something is just like a potato shape. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm hugely influenced by animation, so animators are always so good at taking simple things like the potato sack that they like to draw and stuff, and just
yeah. Totally.
You don't even need a whole figure. Just let's see, and even within that, the way you space the eyes out and the way you space.
Yeah.
Hey, this is weird. Oh, hang on a second. On the video link, I can see a lot of drawings, but on my Magma, I can only see like 2 drawings. Am I live? Oh yeah, okay, I see myself there. Yeah, okay, weird.
You're live. You're good. Cool. Maybe Magma's just lagging.
Oh, I'm just zoomed way in. Hang on.
No, yeah.
So that's happened to me before, yeah.
Yeah, I showed the whole like screen on like a different tab, and then I'm also kind of somewhat zoomed in, like when I do my thing.
Cool.
So don't feel bad. It's all good. I just like to show it for the stream so that everyone can see like what everyone's up to, and you can see all the different like little tags for everybody.
Yeah.
So let's say hi to everyone. Hi, Yaga. We've got Meg. We've got Al the Jennifer. We've got Mr. Tea Leaf here. He's going to be on a clubhouse next week on the 17th.
Cool. Hey,
so
guys.
Looking forward to that. We have Blender. We have Cool Riff. We have Death Wish over here.
Death Wish.
What? Yeah.
Good to see you, Death Wish. Nice to have you here.
Alone.
Oh. Well, so they're actually like good people. Like they show up to a lot of my events actually. So
nice. Oh yeah, no. Yeah.
It's not too good of a death wish if you keep showing up to events,
Well, wait, who has the death wish? Us or Death Wish?
That
really depends.
That was pretty rough to say, I guess, but I'm just kidding.
We're gonna get canceled.
I know, right? Because of John. I don't even know how many people have said that in my life, probably. Like we're gonna get canceled because of John. My parents probably said that before there was cancel culture. You know?
I can see that. I can see that.
So yeah, Lightbox is coming up. Anyone here going to it? I'll be there. I won't have it. I was off camera. We're talking. I won't have a table this year, so I'll be free roaming. Hopefully, doing some painting, plein air stuff. Who knows? Demoing. Well, I'll be at the Magma booth, right? We've got that set up still, right, Anya?
Yeah.
And
nice.
I'll be doing a couple talks there, so I'm looking forward to that. Always fun time at Lightbox.
We got to do a Magma thing together while we're there or something. Sometime we got to draw together or something at the booth. Yeah. That'd be fun.
Oh, yeah,
if we can. Like maybe if there's a crossover like between us, we can like overlap it a little bit.
Do you know where the booth physically is going to be? Like which is it in the artists alley area or the other area?
I think it's like at the front of the artist alley is where it has been most of the time.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's
usually
it's kind of across from Proco and.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Yeah, it's gonna be really fun. I can't go, unfortunately, but it's for a greater cause. No. I'm immigrating to the United States, and my interview is on the 23rd. So, what happens? What happens is they take your passport, they put the visa in it, and they send it back to you after. So I would have no passport to go anywhere during Lightbox. It's like perfectly timed so that I can't go. But that means that every year after that, I don't have to cross a border to go. So.
Oh, that's good. Well, that means when I'm demoing, you won't be there. You'll have to introduce me to whoever will be there, or I'll introduce myself.
So
like an adult.
You know a bunch of those people. Like Yana is going to be there demoing.
Oh yeah.
John's going to be demoing. I think you're like really close to. Yana's right before you, Marco. So you'll
on this Saturday, right?
Yeah. It's going to be awesome. I'm excited for you guys.
It's going to be fun. It's too bad you're not going to be there at that time. If they didn't take like 12, if the US and Canada didn't take like an inordinate amount of time to get anything done, it would have actually worked out. But
a lot of it was COVID, because through COVID, like trying to get all the paperwork that I needed, there was always a roadblock because like no one was working. So it's all good though. Honestly, it's like if I have to miss Lightbox 1 year to get this done,
right?
It's like such a small thing to pay.
Yeah, it's true. That's true.
No, for sure. So where are you going to relocate?
Delaware. So that's where my husband and son live.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
Delaware. I don't know my job. Where is that?
It's so you have like, oh my gosh, Maine, New York.
Okay.
Something. There's like a
like Pennsylvania,
land.
Maryland, like DC, like is all that East Coast. Really far East Coast. Yeah.
Okay, got it.
You know the peninsula that comes off of the East Coast? In there.
Yep.
It's tiny. Delaware's tiny.
Frankfurt, south of Canada.
And it has no sales
tax. It's just south of Canada.
Yeah.
Really? That's cool. I've heard about that.
Yeah, a lot of businesses established in Delaware. Just there's like a thing going on.
If you have to buy a car, it's awesome. When I lived in Maryland, people would go over and buy it in Delaware because like tax on a whatever, like 7% or whatever on a car is a lot,
But there's got to be some kind of like state tax, right?
Yeah, they have state income tax, right?
Okay.
They have, I think so.
I think so.
Right? Yeah, I think they do. Texas doesn't. I love it.
You had to plug that, eh?
Texas is the best.
So like this. Oh wow. So like, but if you go to, I don't know, a computer store to buy a tablet, what tax do you pay? Like a Texas state tax?
Yeah, so they pay. Yeah, so there's Texas state tax, and you pay. I think ours is fairly high compared to the other states. It's like, I think it's like 7.8% or 8%
Okay.
or something like that. Yeah, on the sales tax, but there's no state income tax, which is awesome. So like I like that the best because it only penalizes people if they want to spend money, not if they're making money. Do you know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Um,
Okay. Well, that's yeah, that's cool.
I like it. I like because then you can choose to like because I wouldn't if I don't know it's just for me that I feel like that system makes a lot more sense. It's like you pay for the luxury of having whatever you're about to get. You know what I mean? As opposed to being like
Right.
taxed right off the bat, like when you
Yeah.
are trying to earn money. I don't
Right.
know. It's good.
Okay.
Works out good. Works out
All right.
good. in
Well,
Texas.
I'm packing my bags after this, and I'm coming to Texas.
Dude, do it, man.
Nice.
Yes, come to Texas. It's awesome.
Where-
Everybody thinks
where-
there's going to be like cowboys on the street and stuff like
Yeah.
that, and then they get to like where I live, like in Frisco, and they're just like, "Oh my gosh, this is like yuppie." And I was like, "Yeah, it's kind of yuppie here in Dallas, Frisco. It's not
Aw.
but it's I love it. Yeah, it's great. And Texas is so huge too. That's the thing. You can
Oh, yeah.
drive. When I go to Lightbox, I drive, and it's gonna take it takes me like whatever 5 hours to get out of Texas or something like that. It's like crazy.
That's not a lot. I've heard you can drive like 18 hours in Texas and still.
Oh, you
be in
can.
Texas.
Yeah, you can. You can, but you'd have to be going like northeast to southwest or whatever.
There was just a
You'd have
question
to
guys,
be.
about. I'm just going to interrupt. Sorry.
Do it.
What is my opinion on abstract character design? Let me just.
Oh,
I don't
okay.
quite understand what you mean by abstract character design. If you elaborate on that, I'll happily answer.
Where are you seeing that too? Where are you seeing the question?
Oh, the Magma chat.
It just popped up on my screen.
Oh, the Magma chat. Oh,
it's gone
in
now.
here. Okay, got you. You can hit that little window there by the layers, Marco, if you want to see it again. Like if you missed something down the road.
Let's see. Here's the layers. Hang on a second. Oh, right here.
I love the simplicity of this little character. It's making it
it's
far
fun.
easier to like identify where the lights and shadows are.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly why I invented them. Yeah. Oh, character design that's less dimensional. Okay. Oh yeah. How do I feel about it? I really like that idea because it emphasizes shape design. So like, I kind of view art as kind of an abstract exercise, regardless of what you're doing, because you're at the binary level. You're thinking of shapes anyway. Like, doesn't matter if you're hyper realistic or cartoony or abstract, like you said. It all boils down. The inescapable thing is shapes, right? So, and a shape on the shape level is abstract. There's no such thing as a realistic shape or an abstract shape when you're just thinking of shapes. So, I'm all for it. Anything that encourages a design eye is something that I have always tried to engage with on my own art, and doesn't matter what I'm painting. A lot of the times I feel like so much of my painting is abstract anyway. And even when I dial up the realism, I'm still thinking about that shape design. So I am all for it. Now, when it comes to like production, like working at a studio, let's say, then obviously you have to follow what the project entails, and that a flat character design may be good for a show or may not be, because you may not, if you can't rotate the character, that's going to be of limited use. But if it's for your own portfolio or for your own practice, I think it's awesome. Anything that instills good shape habits is always a good thing. By the way, let me dovetail this. I'm going to be a total shill for myself here. I got a new book, guys. I just got these yesterday.
Yes.
The book is not officially available yet, although it is available for pre-order. I am the only human on the planet. No, that's probably not true. My publisher probably has one. I am the only one of the only people. I'm the only person in Canada who has one of these right now. And
there you go.
The book is Debt-Free Art Degree, Foundations in Drawing. It's kind of, if the book does well, this will be volume 1 in a series. But this book is it's all, well, that's the color section at the end, but it's all like, it focuses on the figure, I would say, but it is it presents fundamentals that encompass anything. Like it talks about perspective and how to use it, how it applies to the figure, how it works. It's all foundation. So it's like the theme of the book is like good habit forming arts to increase your art skills. So the book will give you exercises. It'll give you lessons, of course. And it's I tried to make the book not a rehash of like other books, because obviously like there's a million how to draw books out there. This is my how to draw book. So yeah, some of this stuff, like there's like gesture drawing in it, which I'm sure everyone has heard of before. And like some of it may be familiar, but even then I try and present it in my own way, in a way that has worked for me. I'm not just like copying a lesson from Proco or something. It's my own method of gesture drawing. And it goes over all the fundamentals you would need for good drawing: gesture, form, some basic anatomy. Then it goes over like applying perspective and shape design, like we were just talking about. The book is actually very huge focused on shape design. And yeah, it's available now. It's if you just search me on Amazon, you'll find it. Or if you go to like Barnes and Noble, you'll find it. And it'll be on shelves, physical shelves in November as well. So that's the publication date. So I'm super excited about it.
Awesome, man. I'm excited to get it. I ordered it, guys. You guys need to get it. Just get it.
Yeah.
It's going to be good. It's going to be good. Yeah. And the thing about it is like you have so much experience explaining the concepts and thinking through the concepts.
Exactly.
Like for what you've had to do like over the years. Like it's just like that's the thing. Like, when people can benefit from like the distillation of knowledge, like it saves you a crap ton of time. So people will be like, I mean, your book could be like this is the thing. I always tell people, like, your book could be like $400 and it would be like, what's the big deal? Because it's like, it's a distillation of so many freaking hours of practice and thought. And people when somebody's good and they produce a book or whatever, it's like, that's the way it is. It's like Schmid was like, when he made Alla Prima, he was like, I don't even know. He was like, it's $175 or whatever. And everybody's like, okay, you know what I mean? Like, and it's, it's because distillation, it's the distillation of his career. Do you know what I mean? And so, guys, it's not that expensive. It's like, go freaking get it. Like, it's going to be good.
Yeah. Thanks, John. Yeah. I think the book retails, obviously this is, it's done through an actual publisher. So they control all the pricing. I believe they set the price at like $35.
Yeah,
that's Canadian though.
Yeah. It's so affordable. Like, that's
really good.
Crazy.
Yeah.
It's definitely affordable.
But also, if you'll allow me to fangirl for a second.
Like go, girl. Fan it up.
I think I said this last time, but when you like, you're like on YouTube or you're on Instagram and you like hear these people online and you learn from them. Like, I would every now and again encounter one of your videos and be like, oh, that's really smart. Like, that, I get that now. And then I would apply it to my things. So I meet you at Lightbox and I'm shaking your hand and all of a sudden I get this sensation like, wow, this means a lot to me. And I think I didn't hear like the first sentence you said because I was like, oh my gosh, he sounds like the narration of his videos. What the heck? Right? And you just kind of go like, what? And then I realized like how much that meant to me and how much I've actually learned from you. Right? And so for me, it's like, hey guys, if you guys are, I'm talking to everyone that's present right now. If you guys are like a fan of some of the way I do my stuff, like I've learned a lot from Marco, as well as John. Shout out to John. But yeah, I would definitely buy the book if I hadn't already bought it the second I heard about it. So just saying.
That's right. Anya was. Go ahead, John.
Oh, what were you saying? Go ahead. Say what you were saying. Sorry.
Anya was definitely one of the first pre-orders because I put out the word several months ago and I was offering like a little art critique with pre-orders at the time. And Anya was one of the first to jump in there. So she's speaking the truth.
Nice. She puts her money where her mouth is. Yeah.
Well,
yep. That's right.
It's so rare. So in high school, when I was in high school, I had so many bad teachers.
You were in high school when you were in high school?
It was like 2 years ago or something, right, Marco? She's like,
I know, I love
3
that.
years ago when I was in high school.
Oh gosh, no, I'm not nearly that young, but thank you, John.
No, I'm just messing.
He's trying to flatter me. Much older than that, but yeah. No, I had so many bad teachers, and I had like a few teachers. My music teacher my art teacher, and my history teacher. And all three of those were still in university taking their doctorate while teaching in high school. And they had such a passion for the subject matter.
Oh.
So later in life, when I'm looking for people to learn from, that's exactly what I look for, is people who have learned lessons either the hard way and or are passionate about that subject matter. And it doesn't matter whether or not they went to like any kind of fancy school, if they're self-taught. Like there's always like, teaching is its own skill, right? And I guess what I'm saying is I'm advocating for Marco's teaching ability. Like he's really great. So I would definitely get the book for you guys.
Oh, thank you.
Well, and like just what you were saying, Marco, like just in general, I think like the whole idea of like people will be like, well, I have a bunch of books on this already, or like I think that's the thing. One of the things you realize, like as you start to progress in art, is the fundamentals never change ever, right?
Yeah.
So like everybody's gonna say sort of the same thing, but what you're looking for is like everybody ends up. It's like an athlete. Like an athlete may have, like if you're playing baseball, some athlete might have really good insights about like your swing, or somebody might have a really good insight about like your stance, or like what or whatever, like, and it just completely, the thing that people don't realize often is that will completely change your entire like career as an artist when you get that one little bit of it, sends you on the path to like, so all you need is that one little thing and it's 100% worth it. Like it's just, it's one of those things, I don't know, like, and so I just don't think that ever changes. Like I don't like musicians are going to say the same thing. Like, artists
John,
are going to end up saying the same thing,
You are explaining something that you have done for me. Like, I'm just going to sit here and be like, yeah, you've definitely like been the person who's found like where in the journey I am, sat with me and identified like, okay, you need to do this. And it has saved me so much time.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's unbelievable.
That's the goal. Yeah. And that's the thing. And that's what knowledge, like when people give you their knowledge, like that's what it's like, usually hard-earned knowledge. Like that's usually the case. And you just, it's like, it helps you teleport ahead. You know what I mean? Like it should, you know, and that's the cool thing. But I just don't think, like, I just feel like, I don't know if you were to actually say, Marco, like if you were actually to say, like, oh my gosh, there's so much new information in here and it's all like revolutionary and all that, I'd be like, I'd be kind of like, I don't know, you know what I mean? Like for real, like I would have been like, I'm not so sure about that, like,
exactly.
That's the whole thing. That's the whole thing. I just, I don't know. It's so I want to hear how you gesture draw, and I want to hear how you do all that stuff. I think that's really cool. I think that's awesome. It's going to be great,
Oh, thanks, guys. I appreciate it. Yeah, no, the fundamentals and foundations are definitely, and there's so many of them, and I find like a big part of instruction is like, yes, learning what they all are, but also how do you combine them? It's what do you start with? What do you move on to? What helps when? That's navigating it is a big part of it as well. So, I structure the book that way, kind of like chapter by chapter, mimics the process, sort of at least my process. Again, it's all from my perspective, what I find works. So no, it's cool. I had and I even did some modeling in the book, not nude, so that's good. That's a good thing.
Dang it! I'm going to cancel my pre-order.
Pre-order
canceled.
Wait, John, I'll send you the.
Yeah.
I can send you the
X-rated.
This is what I want on the stream. That's my favorite
two reactions we just had. Two reactions we just had. I said, "Thank God," and then John goes, "Oh, dang it!"
Yeah, John, your copy is in the mail. Don't worry.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. You get these.
Mine's in a black sleeve, and when it arrives, it's in a black sleeve
with red lettering, like Gothica red lettering. Yeah, let's go.
18 and over.
Bucci raw or whatever. Anya, she's losing it.
Sorry, we've lost Anya, guys.
Sorry.
So that's over.
Oh man, that's
I had to go wipe the tears out of my eye.
That's funny.
Oh my gosh.
That's good. That's why I like Mark. Like I like people that can like you can joke like that with. Like that's why we were hanging out at Lightbox. I was like, oh, I like this dude. I like this dude because I just like people that you don't take yourself too seriously. Like you're freaking awesome artist. Like, but you don't take yourself too seriously. Like I love that. That's the best combo.
Thanks, buddy.
I was just saying that to somebody because they were asking like, how is Marco to like hang out with and stuff? And I was like,
just like this. He's like
so
this.
like the first time I was gonna have you on stream, I was kind of a little nervous, just given like I didn't realize how much I was a fan of yours until I met you, and then I was like, oh. So I was nervous the first time, but then like immediately you're so chill and you're so down to earth and you're so relaxed. And I'm just like, oh, okay, well, that's totally disarming and warm and so great. So I was like, heck yeah. I wasn't even nervous this time. You're awesome.
Awesome. Yeah, no. And hey, I mean, I forget that in terms of the art context of art community, I forget that I have like a platform, like my YouTube channel. Like I know I never forget that I have a channel because I always contribute to it, but I forget that like people watch my stuff. I'm not I don't check numbers really. I don't check stats and things. So like I just try and do what I like to do. And if I find viewership on it, it's a privilege for me to be able to continue to do this. So as far as like hanging out, it's funny. Like when we told the story last time, but like when I met John, we met each other last year at Lightbox. We didn't even really talk about art. We talked about combat sports. Right?
Yeah, exactly.
It's so awesome.
I find myself more and more like that. Where like, yes, I'm an artist professionally, and that's the major driver in my life is art. But usually, like when I'm hanging out with people, I prefer to talk about other things.
Well, that's the thing, because you're so saturated with it normally. You know what I mean? Like, it's just it's like that's all you talk about.
I was chatting with another like a podcaster a few weeks ago, and he was like, what other art channels do you watch? I'm like, I'm gonna right now. But I don't watch art channels. Like I and it's not for any reason other than like the stuff I do watch is like it feeds my other hobbies. I've got use my webcam. I've got some pinball machines back there. I'm building my own. And like I love electronics.
What pinball machines? What pinball machines?
He made it.
Well, I'm making the one in the middle. Let's see. I can't do this. My webcam's garbage, but I've got a.
Wait. Is it like completely custom?
Oh yeah. Let's see if I can. Oh, hang on.
This is awesome.
Yes.
Oh, it
that is sick.
Oh no.
No. He's just doing. He's just moving his camera.
I'm still here. Just my USB is. Hang on a second. What's this? That's my mic.
Hold on. Is that a Leafs shirt that you put on him?
Yeah.
How dare you? That's a horrible team. What are you talking about?
Hey.
It's a horrible team.
Let's calm down.
I don't know. I like to get a rise out of Canadian hockey people because I don't follow hockey. So I like to get a rise out of people. Sorry.
Okay. My webcam only goes so far, guys. This is the maximum extent of my USB cord. But
okay.
So there's
Thank
Jurassic
you.
Park.
Make it big, Anya. Make it big in StreamYard. Can I do it?
Wait.
Hold
on.
Here, I got it.
Wait, what?
We got Anya on screen now. Oh, here we go. Okay. Jurassic Park on the left. Hang on. How do I? There we go. Then on the right is Avengers. Those are by a company called Stern, who actually makes professional units. But in the middle is one I'm building myself. It's a Simpsons game. Hang on. Can I unplug? I can unplug this. Let me get a bit more USB length. Hang on. There, and start cam. There we go. I got a bit more length here. So if can you guys still hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so you can see the big units there. So in the middle is my own pinball project, and you can see that rat's nest of wires underneath it. It's just a monster of a project, and I'm about a year. I'm more than a year into it, but a lot of my time gets sunk into that thing. And I wish I could show you guys close-ups, but my camera can't extend that far with its USB connection. So let me just put this back up here. You can switch back to your regular size screen, Anya.
Hey, let me add everyone back. There we go. That was awesome.
I can't believe you're doing that. Like,
that's such a cool
dude,
hobby.
The electronics and like there's so many aspects to that would be like a nightmare to do, you know?
It's crazy. It's every little, it's a game of millimeters.
Yeah.
Like, you know, you build something and it's got to be exactly in the right spot. So, it works with the game flow. And
right.
That's
right.
It's a constant.
Dude, that's crazy, man.
The thing that makes it possible is the 3D printer. So I got a 3D printer here, and you build parts in Blender and print them out and mount things. And
awesome.
I will make a video about it. It'll be a very low performing video for sure, because it's not really related. I mean, it's related to art, but people don't watch my channel for pinball content. But I do want to make a video about it.
Right.
Oh my goodness.
That's freaking awesome, man. I love it.
He got into 3D printing. Oh, sorry.
3D printing is fun. Ever tried? Ever done any 3D printing?
No, I've never done it.
Well, okay. So when he got into 3D printing, my husband.
Yeah.
At first, so there's a thing that happens with my husband and I. Every time he gets like a new project, he's like, wife, can you do it for me and then teach me how to do it? So I always have to like research everything, learn it, and then I have to turn to him and explain it to him so that he gets it, and then he's good.
He's gonna be so mad you said that if he listens to the stream. He's gonna be like, "What the heck? You throw me?"
He doesn't listen to my streams. Are you kidding?
I believe my wife does not watch my YouTube videos. Nothing.
Yeah, that's the same with my wife too. You're right. Yeah,
he's happy for me, but watch him like comment in the YouTube, like, like I'm listening. No.
Yeah, today is the time he tuned in.
Yeah, exactly. But no.
Someone asked for my Marvel arcade. The arcade is it was there. It was behind the Avengers pinball, so it was way off in the distance. But yeah, my latest YouTube video featured my arcade cabinet. It's which was also there.
It's awesome.
That's so fun.
That's really cool, man. Dude, that's so I've never heard of anybody doing that, like making their own. That's super cool.
There's a small community around it, I would say, like comparatively small. It's nothing like the art community, but there are a bunch of they call it homebrew pinball makers, and there's people, more and more companies making like equipment and gear for the home end user, but it's very professional. Like it's really cool. Like the stuff that is under my machine is the same as professional units, so that's really cool. Like the backbone of it, and then from there it's like whatever design I can put on top of it is obviously the game itself, but the brains of it are all actual professional gear.
Man, I'm like, I want to make one centered around something really weird, that like gives me the urge to do that.
Oh
like,
man,
like it farts or something every time it hits the bumpers or does something, there's just flatulence, like a flatulence.
Just make it your like
the South Park.
Yeah, South Park, yeah.
John, South Park you have your farting game. You have the farting game, John.
Yeah,
you can put that on a machine.
I do have that.
Oh my goodness. So like he sends me these files like in like December.
I can share my screen if you want me to.
And it's please go ahead, because I want to show this game.
It's called
to me last
Windbreaker.
Year.
Called Windbreaker.
Windbreaker. Hang on, let me get the camera.
It's so funny. John, please show us this.
So the thing about this is it's a long story, but basically the whole idea is this, like the reason I was doing this is because there's a private guy had me and had a team of people like bringing his children's book to life. Right. So we did it in VR and then brought it into Blender, and it was almost like a 2D thing. Like all the images were like 2D, but you could like zoom in and out of them and stuff. And so he wanted the book basically brought to life or whatever for that kind of experience. So we did that. Well, then he was like, "Can you guys make a game?" And I was like, Dustin, my buddy's like, can you make a game? Do you know how to program? And I was like, no. I was like, we can do it. I was like, yeah, we can do it. You know, so I started learning how to program in Godot, just to for this project. That's it. So I had to do all these like tests to like try to learn stuff. You know what I mean? Like, so you like cannibalize some things from one program and like bring them into another and like do things like that. So anyways, I was doing like a tutorial for part of this thing. Obviously, this is not going to be when you see this tutorial. It's not, or when you see this game, it wasn't on a tutorial, but I was changing things up. I like to go further whenever I do that because it always is. It's more helpful, if you go further. So let me see which screen I would share for this because I've got it up. Oh, okay, here. So again, remember, guys, this is me trying to like figure out how to do all this. So I had to have fun with it. But I hope this is. Oh, yeah, I think this version will get you to the end or whatever. Okay, but let me see. Can I? Okay, wait. I know I have to share. If I share my whole monitor, I can. The sound will work, right, Anya? I think I have to share my whole window for or like the screen or something for my audio. Hold
you
on,
can share however you can share. It will share the audio. There's a little
oh yeah, here we go.
Icon for mute screen audio. The audio comes with it automatically.
Okay, so I can't do it with the window. I have to do my entire screen. So you'll see like the magma behind it. So that's okay though. Okay, here. So here you go. All right. So so this is Windbreaker. So
I'm like, oh my gosh. Can I share with you my experience of doing this? I felt like this was just like such a like personal joke because you sent this to me and I was just like, he's just messing with me. Like he's just like absolutely just messing. Because I get through a thing and I gave him feedback and he applied the feedback and made it like 5 times harder. And I was like, dang it.
Yeah. So I'll go to fart instead of gas exit. You can gas exit,
No.
So let me do the fart. Let's hope it doesn't.
Okay,
is it working? Oh yeah, here we go. It's working.
Yeah, I can see it.
There it is, right?
You're a madman. Oh, that's oh.
Yeah, so you got to make it. So here, I'll try to make it through.
It's like lunar lander, but with farts.
Yeah, exactly. So it's testing out all the gravity stuff and all that. Let's see if
how do you do gravity? Like, how did you do that?
So it's like it's one of those things where I don't really know. I haven't had a history of learning code. So like, I have to like look at how other people are doing it and implement it, and then try to like reason it backwards. Like it might be. I mean, this is just as much of a labor of love as yours is, Marco. This took extreme engineering, and no, I'm just kidding. But it's like it really is like you have to. I see what other people did. And you kind of like there's code that like people have shown that's like works, right? So then people sort of adapt that code, and I think it works like that for bigger games too. Like they have someone who like has refined like an inventory system, and so a lot of the code is like you incorporating that inventory system that's been tried and true in this particular platform. And then like you just got to get it to work with your stuff. Do you know what I'm saying? So I can't do anything from scratch. Like I can't do anything from scratch at all. So this one you got to go over. Let's see if I can. Oh, I died. Let me try it again. What I love this happened by accident. Like I don't know why. It's something in the code. Like when you die, it continues to fart. Like, watch, I'll show you. Like if I die, watch it continues to. Oh, it didn't do it.
It's such.
Oh, if you're hitting it,
insult to injury. Like it's.
Oh, I died.
This is incredible.
Yeah, I know, right?
So let's see. Wait till you see the end, though, Marco. I wanted to make my friends laugh, so.
Oh, and it's such a good way of knowing if they made it to the end or not.
This one's tricky.
Oh, that one.
Oh, wow.
Oh, I messed up. It's been a while.
Who modeled the butt?
That was not modeled. It was on it was like Sketchfab or something. It was like somewhere like that where I just grabbed a butt, from off there or whatever. I could do it now in Blender though. I couldn't do it at the time. I could do it now in Blender though. Oh, I almost made it. That's what I'm talking about. Like when you die and it keeps going. I love that.
Oh man, this is the kind of content you only get on a stream like this. I love it. Oh, this is art. This is art.
That's right. We just rickrolled.
There you go.
Like, I feel like I got to wake up from a dream at this point. Like this can't be real. There's no way you made that.
Only here on Magma.
I'll show you. Look, I'll show you parts of it because you might actually be interested in like the
He 100% made that. 100%.
Yeah, I'll show you.
Like,
this is incredible. So Godot, hold on, just back. So what is Godot exactly? Just give me a quick pitch on what Godot is.
Yeah, so Godot's it's there's people that program like these game platforms, like Unity is like that as well, like Godot, and then there's other ones too. But Godot's the free one. The Godot's like the open source one. And and so there aren't like Unity, man, you can just pull stuff in. Like, I mean, not just like that, but you can kind of basically, like, people have made so much stuff for it. Yeah. You can just like pull it in, but Unity costs a lot. And then if you do make a game, they like take a big portion of it and stuff like that when you make it. But it's really good. It's super good. It's really easy to make like a really polished game. But obviously, as you see what I'm doing, I don't really want to make polished games. I want to make awful games, You're
like the rock of games.
Yeah. I don't know where that it's missing on here. I don't have
John.
But I have this one. That you can see. This is that grandpa's house one. This is that weird one for that guy. And so I'll show you this. Like, this is just like I was experimenting, like just doing we did tests. This is only in tests, but I just want to show you like the code side and like what it looks like. So yeah, you can kind of you can move stuff around. It's like Blender or whatever or something like that. Right. All these are like basically little nodes, like these are nodes for like how the coin, like you have to tell it everything. It's really annoying. So like you have to tell it like stuff that it's almost like dealing with AI in that way where, because you're talking to a computer, like you have to say, like, you can't just say like, when this character jumps, like play this animation. It's like, you have to tell it like, how long, like, because you don't want it to be like play through the animation if you just hop for like 1 second. So then you have to tell it to stop if it's, you know what I mean? Like, there's all these different parameters and all these different things that you have to do. But the code side isn't actually super complex. Like, here, I'll show you. Like, it's not, there's like variables and functions that you put in. See, and a lot of these I'm like pulling from other people and I'm like, okay, I kind of get what they're doing. Do you know what I mean? So like this makes sense, right? Like you input X, like, you get the axis, move left, moved right. Like then it references other variables or other things that you've got, some things are built into the platform here. Like they just have things that are built in and stuff like that. But a lot of this stuff makes sense, but it's just it's like knowing another language. That's the hard part, because it's like, it's weird. You know what I mean? So like Delta, like I'm like, what the heck's Delta when I first started programming? Well, it's like, if you tell it to do something at a certain rate, like how many frames per second to do it, if you tell it to do it, it'll do that, but then it'll sort of like, in a short way, you could say it gets out of sync. Everything gets out of sync. So Delta is like based on the available frame rate that the computer allows you do. Like, so anyways, there's just all these really weird things. And what was fairly funny though, is when you test stuff, like stuff gets so broken. Like, so this is where we were just testing things. So look, the animation is real goofy and wonky, but it's hard to even get to this state where you can like move around and get stuff, around. And this was actually something that came, like Godot, like the people that made Godot produced this thing, and I'm like modifying it to fit what we need, so it's weird, man. It's weird. But like, so for instance, like, yeah. Oh yeah. It's fun. You would actually be really good at it. I think you'd be really good at it. I think you'd.
Well, I feel like everything you just said, I'm doing that with the pinball project. Like I'm coding the rules on, with a language that was developed for pinball people. Well,
what's the language?
It's a custom language for pinball. It's called Mission Pinball Framework. It's based on Python, but it's specifically made only. Okay, yeah. Okay, so it's made only for pinball though. So like,
okay.
Yeah, it's really cool. Like these programmers, like actual programmers, got together and like made a language for pinball, and it talks to the thing that MPF Mission Pinball has to do. It has to talk to hardware, right? Because you're playing a physical game, so it has to read switches, like when the ball rolls over a switch,
and sensors and stuff and things like that, right?
Sensors, and it's got to like fire electric. It's got to activate electric circuits from different power supplies.
Yeah.
So all of that is built into the code. Yeah. And as a pinball maker, it's like that's all operating behind the scenes. And it's cool because you can choose to understand it on a basic level, or you can go as deep as you want. I love to go super deep on things. So like I'm trying to understand everything. And it's been more than a year now. And it's been a really cool project that has really transformed like my own life. Like I can service my house's electricity now. Like I'm not an electrician, but I know what's going on,
Right. Totally, dude. Totally, dude. I'm not kidding. Like if once you're done that project, like that's like Godot is based on Python. It's mostly like Python with just a little bit of different syntax.
Okay.
And so you probably could program. It would be like, oh yeah, I get this, because it would just be virtual stuff, like you said, instead of something like a physical communicating with like a physical, sensor or whatever. You totally could do it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Probably.
So
that would be awesome.
What's funny is the latest iteration of this pinball software actually is based on Godot. I have not upgraded to that version yet. I'm still on like an older version, so I don't do that. But I keep hearing this Godot thing, and I'm like, what is that?
Interesting. Dude, you should do it. You should look into that, because that, like, I mean, it's really cool. Like, even that stupid, fart game, like when you make something, it's zero. There's like nothing on the screen.
Yeah.
And then you turn it into something that somebody can do. And, it's weird. It's a weird feeling. It's kind of cool though. I like it.
I guess like that's how people feel about art too, right? Like there's nothing on the screen and we make something, but I'm so used to doing that. Like the magic.
Yes. Yeah.
Like the magic is almost gone. But when it comes to coding, it's like, wow, I typed in some syntax and there's a game that is formed from it. That's cool.
It's so weird. Like that's so weird, isn't it? Like it's odd. Yeah. Yeah, man. That's cool.
Anyway, that's awesome.
Well, I'm gonna get you on the team. I'll get you on the team for this weirdo game that we're doing, So I'll call you.
Let me just magically create time so I can do that.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. That's it. I know.
Oh, I know. Boy.
It's hard, man. How old are you, Marco?
How old am I?
Yeah, how old are you? Yeah.
I'm 42.
42. Okay, I'm 44, and like that age range, like everybody tells me like 35 to 55 is like your working years. Like family needs you, like community needs you, like job needs you, like everything. Like it's a tough working time frame. Like just you're super busy. So yeah, it is. It's like,
I mean, it's
crazy.
We probably can all relate here. It's the kids, man. I mean, I love my kids more than anything in this world, but they take so much time.
100%.
And I'm just way less productive than I used to be. But
yeah.
I make time.
Every bit of it.
I go to bed late, so I kind of carve out that time at the end of the day.
Yep. I do it on the front end. I get up at 4:30, so I just do it on the front end.
Oh, yeah.
I find that works better. I find it works better. They're not up. You can do it. You can try to. You got to transition and do it. It's better. Trust me. Nobody's up.
I believe you.
You. Dead quiet. It's awesome. You're like ain't happening.
Yes, it ain't happening. But actually, my wife is doing that now. She's like, my wife has never been a morning person, and she's like getting up at 5 and exercising. Like it's been really cool for me to witness that.
Nice.
I know I could do it. I know it's possible. I just can't see. I haven't tried, so I should try.
Yeah, give it a shot. Like it takes a good couple weeks though. Like it definitely takes a couple weeks. Like you'll feel like crap for a couple weeks, I think. So
yeah.
But yeah, man, I say do it. Like do it. It'll change things.
So
It'll be like it's so quiet and awesome.
coming from
Like
the unique
Yeah.
So coming from the unique side of having my son and my husband not with me and living this single life, I will say I am much more productive than I would have been if I was not around my child and my husband. However, like I would exchange that in a heartbeat if I could, right?
Sure.
And I am 100% planning on going to like a more like morning side routine for my alone time and my like most efficient work time when I do move down to Delaware. Provided all goes well. But no, it's true. And I'm very, you have to look at the bright side. So I'm very thankful to have had like this time to myself to like build, the foundation of things. So that when I do move, I can, use that and build. But yeah, I agree. Little kiddos, they're the best though.
They are.
They are the best. It's just like the innocence. Like my kids are small; they're 5 and 2.5. But like, just the innocence on their face is like something you cannot capture any other way than being that age,
Yeah.
And it's just just beautiful to see. It's beautiful to see.
Yeah,
my kid is also 5.
Oh no. Yeah, that's right. We have the same age.
So so yesterday he was looking at a squirrel outside, and we were explaining to him how the squirrel is taking acorns and putting them in the dirt to hide them for winter. And he goes, because they have a fridge down there, right? And I was like, no.
The acorn
and
fridge.
then he's like, do they also have a living room and a couch and a TV and everything down there? And I'm just like, no. He's like, oh.
I love that.
So then I showed him Scrat from Ice Age, like all the little shorts in a row, and he was like, he loves Scrat now. He's like, can I watch the squirrel?
That's awesome.
It's cute.
I should show my son Scrat. I think he's like it.
Yeah. It's hilarious. It genuinely is. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Scrat is such a funny. Like that's Peter DeSev's
so
design.
good.
I love.
It's so good.
I love his drawing. I've got an original on my wall here from Lightbox. Actually, I was able to purchase one a couple years ago.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, no, the things that kids come up with, and it's always like how much I fully lean into it. If my kid comes up with some kind of fantasy invention, I'm all in. Like, yep, the squirrel's got a fridge. He's got the internet down there. Watching the Leaf game right now.
I need to make an illustration of a little squirrel in a little like house with a fridge and a couch and a TV.
Oh, that's so cool.
That needs to happen.
You must miss him
terribly. He came 2 weeks ago for a day and a half, and he's gonna be coming up for the immigration interview, so I get to see him then.
Oh yeah.
And then the hope is to move. Like I had him here up in Canada the first 4 years of his life, and then the fires happened and there was a lot of smoke, and I thought, like, responsibly, I want to love him enough to give him like cleaner air. So we went to visit my husband, and while I was down there, I couldn't help but see him be so joyful at the ability to spend time with his grandparents and his father and the 2 dogs that are down there. And they have this big backyard with an orchard and a big garden, and like he just gets to be a little boy down there. I also built him this like 2-story jungle gym thing outside, and I just couldn't bear to take him away from that environment. So we decided, since I was immigrating relatively soon,
right.
That he was going to stay down there. So that's like kind of like the reason behind that. But it's just been such a joy to watch him forge relationships with all of those people I just mentioned, like down there. especially my husband, because it was so hard for him the first few years, you know. So,
oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. That's a heartwarming story. That's really cool. So your husband's from there?
Yeah. We have a weird story. We met online gaming.
Oh, nice.
So we were gamers, and he came up from South Carolina to visit me because he was going to Bob Jones at the time. And it was really funny because he drove 16 hours, and at the border, the guy's like chuckling at him because he's like, "Hey, I'm coming to meet a friend," because we weren't dating at the time. He goes, "Hey, I'm just coming to meet a friend for the first time," and he goes, "Okay, where'd you meet this friend?" "Online gaming." And the guy laughed at him and told him, like, "Are you sure it's not a guy?" So we met at a park near where I live, and he hugs me immediately and goes, "Oh, thank God you're not a man." And I was like, "Excuse you?"
Yeah, right.
Solid opener.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you're golden. If you can make her laugh, it's great, you know.
Really it's true.
Yeah.
That's
oh,
true.
for sure.
That's funny.
That's
really
cool.
Funny.
Laughter is the best. But yeah.
That's really funny.
Man, I've got stories on stories for like border stuff.
I'm sure.
Oh man. Crazy.
It gets a little crazy with the border stuff. Yeah. Texas, we got that too. We got stories with border stuff. Yeah. We got a lot of it.
Yeah.
It gets crazy.
Yeah.
Every
living on a border town.
Immigration. I mean, the border stuff is like, I think.
Sorry,
where exactly? Where in Ontario are you, Anya? You told me, where in Ontario are you now? You told me, but I can't remember where. I don't know where that is.
Yeah, I don't want to like dox myself online. Like
you're leaving. You're leaving. You're leaving soon.
Well, I don't mean you don't have to give me your street address.
Fine.
Just like
here's my full address.
I live in Frisco, Texas. Good luck finding me. That's what I'm saying. Good luck finding me.
I'm gonna knock on every door. Jonathan Hardesty?
Yeah, right. You know, they could. It's Texas too. I always say, Anya's always like, "You're telling everybody you live there." I was like, "It's Texas. Everyone has guns.
Right.
Like
right,
it's
right,
like
right.
You know, it's really fine. You know."
I'll let Anya, I'll let you off the hook.
I live
I'll let you off the hook. You don't have to tell me.
No, you're good. You're good. It's all good. So I live in
she
Cornwall,
does. Tell
Ontario.
him. You know.
And Cornwall, Ontario is like a town that is equidistant from Montreal and Ottawa. So it's like 2 hours either way, depending on which highway you take and whatnot. But it's a border town with the US, and right on the outside there's an island, like a reserve. And then after the island reserve is the US border, right? And there's like Messina right on the other side and everything. Right. But it's interesting living in a border town. I'll just put it that way. So it's very very interesting.
Sure. We're not too far away then. I'm just a few hours down the 401. You know the 401, obviously.
Yeah, longest highway in Ontario.
All right.
Yeah, stuck on that. The 401 is like.
Yeah, that's right.
The 405.
That's right.
For anyone who knows California, the 405.
That's right.
Right. But did you know, though, Ontario's twice the size of Texas?
Is it really?
I did not know.
That makes sense.
No, yeah, Ontario goes quite north. That's true.
Yeah.
But
Texas probably has a larger population.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Like, and I kid you not, like 80% of Ontario is like not habitated. Like we all live on like this tiny little bottom section, like as far away from the cold as possible, because we're like, no.
Yeah, we're hovering down there. Yep. Trying to stay warm.
So
you're right.
funny.
That's totally
Texas
true.
is like questionable in the summer whether it's inhabitable too. So it's all right.
For the opposite reason. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, when people say they live in Northern Ontario, I'm like, how far north exactly? Like 2 hours north or 2 days north?
That's right.
A lot of people call where I live north, and I'm like, are you kidding? We share a border with the U.S.
Yeah, no, you are definitely not north.
I'm just
There's an area of Brownsville in Texas that is like right on the border too. And so it's like there's interesting stuff. It's really awesome actually, the town, because you get like this like clash of cultures. It's just when the cartels start doing stuff, that's when it's like that's the only time it gets bad. It's everything else doesn't matter. Everybody is chilling. It's all really good. It's just when the cartel starts being naughty, you know, in those kind of places. They don't really do much in that in my like the eastern border of Texas and Mexico usually doesn't have much trouble. It's like when you start going west towards like El Paso and those areas, like that's usually where it's a little bit crazier, but just crime, you know, that's all.
It's only crime.
Just a little crime.
Yeah, just trafficking and you know, like it's crazy. It's crazy. It does. Yeah. You can't just go into like you used to be able to, like in the 70s, you could just go into Mexico. Like you could just, 60s, 70s, you could just go right in. But now it's like where you cross makes a big difference, because if you cross in the wrong area, like you could, I mean, literally like the cartel, they'll be real chill about it. Like they'll just stop you and be like, hey, just go to your bank and just give us your money, and like go online and give us your money or we'll kill you. And, you know, you're like, okay, you know, so they're they're like
attitude problem.
Personal, you know.
I have an attitude problem. I would be a problem. Like there's a reason, like sometimes my husband is like, woman. Stop it. Because I will not succeed that. I would probably die.
Yeah, you would. Like if there was a roadblock and the cartel comes to you and they like very calmly say, hey, listen, nothing personal. You from America? Yeah. They're like, all right, give us the money that's in your bank account, or oh, I see your kid in the back, we'll murder them. And you're like, and they're like, get out, you know, like it's like they don't care. They don't care.
Okay, if my kid's on the line, then yes, that's 100%.
I wouldn't do it. I'd be like, sure, you can have my money. That's fine. I'd like, I'm not going to die for that, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, Anya, you know, trust me, it would like,
I have a bad attitude. I'm telling you.
They're so accustomed to it that it's like it would be so alarming how like casual they would be about it. It would be awful, you know? So they're just, it's like, it's another day at the office kind of a thing, you know?
Oh, wow.
Like, yeah, it's
well,
like,
I mean, there's a way in which, like, if you've already been in that scenario, you probably know more than I do, because I've never been. So, you know,
I saw a person who had to make the trip, you know, over to Mexico, and they had to go that route, and they saw one of those, like, you know, they make it look like it's a construction thing or something, and he saw it. Literally, he took his truck and like pulled like the handbrake and just like did a U-ey and like gunned it, and they started chasing him. You know, and he got out of there, thankfully. But it was like the second he saw it, he was like, like going the other direction, like, and they, you know, it's so it's no joke. It's no joke. They don't mess around. There's so Texas much money at stake. It's crazy.
John Hardesty.
But they, like in Texas, we don't, you know, we'll
mess around.
Well, we'll get, you know, there's people that are like, most people that make it up to like where I'm at, like Frisco and stuff, they're just trying to work. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're just trying to work. You know, they come here and make some money and they bring it back with them to their family or whatever. And that's what they want to do. That's it. You know what I mean? And so it's just the cartel and all that. That's the crazy part, man. It's crazy though. But yeah, but you don't see it. Like you don't, I mean, the cartel's not going around Dallas, like shooting everything up or something. It's not like that.
Right.
You know, so
most of
Texas is empty too.
Right. I've been to Austin. That's it. And I loved it.
Yeah. Austin's good. Austin's like, like Texas's LA or something.
Okay. Yeah.
Like that kind of a thing. I think that's fair. I think that's a fair, you know.
Yeah. I've heard similar things that they have like huge music festivals there. Like that's where like the go-to stuff. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And it's like artsy, and it's like it just feels like, it feels a little bit like it's like that kind of a city. You know, lots of vegans, you know, things like that, you know.
Interesting, lots of like retro style bars when I was there.
Yes. That kind of thing.
Can we just talk about how terrifying your green monster is, John?
Yeah, I can't help it. Sorry. Like, it's like I wanted to make it cute, but
dude. Like, if my kid
it's his
was
outfit
anywhere near yours, I would be like grabbing picking him up and running away with him. Like, because if my kid was like right here, like, I'd be like, yoink, no, get out of there.
I know. I lost the cuteness. I can't. It's not in me. Like, it's hard for me to do like true cute, like nice and cute. It's not in me. You know.
But I know. You know what? That's my favorite thing about you.
Yeah, you're just the opposite of cute.
It's true though. It's true.
But it's so on brand. You have to show people your Inktober deer.
Oh,
you have
for real?
It's
what?
Yeah.
You want me to show them that?
Yeah, come on. Okay. It's hilarious.
I'll show them. No, I'll show them. Okay.
Yeah, it's so iconic, John.
Okay.
So he sends this to me over the weekend, and I called it. I'm opening this, and I'm like, there will be a fart. and I open it, not disappointed.
Well,
please show us.
So this is the thing. So my buddies are doing Inktober, and I've done it some years, but I wasn't doing it this year. And they were like, "Come on, you got to do something." They were like pressuring me and stuff. I said, "Okay." I said, "Well, I've been doing a bunch of stuff in Quill." They're like, "You know, just do it in Quill." And I was like, "Okay." So I did this. So what's cool is in Quill you can do it in like a half an hour. Like you can do this. So this is like, I'll show you, but it's really weird. This is, I can't believe I'm showing this. This is super weird.
I'm watching this here. I love this by the way.
Really weird. Awesome. So because you know what Quill allows you to do in like a half an hour is awesome. Half an hour, like 40 minutes or whatever. Like this is like 40 minutes with everything, like making it in Quill, editing it, adding the sound. It's pretty awesome, like what you can do. So let me see. So what I did was I found this it was a YouTube video that was like talking about this wonderful like majestic deer. So that's the setting. So here. Yeah. And I think binoculars was the prompt for the
binoculars.
Yeah, binoculars. Okay, hold on. Let me share my screen. I got to do the audio.
So good. Bring it.
Okay. Yes. Here we go. All right, ready? Here we go. Let me hide this.
Yep.
All right. Yeah, wait, do I have it? Here we go.
Amidst the golden hues of an autumn forest, a lone deer stood, its antlers reaching towards the heavens. A quiet majesty enveloped the creature, as if it held secrets of a forgotten world. Its eyes, deep pools of amber.
That's it. That's so weird.
That was hilarious. I started laughing uncontrollably when the narrator changed tone. That was beautiful.
It's so funny.
So good.
Because it was so dramatic. It was like its eyes, deep pools of amber. I was like, this is perfect. I was like, this is hilarious. So
where did the narration come from?
That was let me see what it was. I just looked up on YouTube. I just looked up majestic deer. Majestic deer.
Because it's so good.
And that's what it was. Let me see what it was from. I don't even remember. Let's see. Oh, there it is. It says The Majestic Deer, a narrated short story from Find Flash Fictions. And so it has 21 views. So I was one of those views.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. With each gentle
now
step
we're gonna get like
whispered,
really we're gonna get copyright claimed by this creator. They're gonna be like, where's my money?
Yeah, I know, right? I know. Well, yeah, but is it we might have done it. It's parody. It counts as parody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So he can't claim the fart.
They'll never know we did it too. Like,
the fart makes it fair use now.
Yeah.
You modified
it.
No, this YouTube channel is not monetized, and we I don't think we'll ever monetize it, to be honest. It's just meant to, like, you know, serve as a hangout.
Yeah. Totally.
So
totally.
Yeah.
Your Honor, really I've added the fart. I think I'm in the clear.
I'm telling you, that would seal the deal to a jury. The jury would be like, I don't know, is it parody? And I'd be like, guys, the fart.
And they'd be fart.
Like, yeah, I think that's true. You know?
Did you not hear the end?
Right. So yeah, but it is fun. It's a good challenge to try to, like, in a half an hour or something, or like, you know, short amount of time, get something that is like at least has a beginning, middle, and end. You know, it's tricky. Yeah, it's actually very tricky. I'm doing one today. I haven't been able to do very many, but I'm doing another one today. It's sun, and I'm going to do Icarus, like getting near the sun, and then he's going to see like the vision of his dad saying, "Remember, son, don't get too close to the sun." You know, and he'll be like, "But I like the sun." And then his wings melt, and he falls down, and then it's going to show like a wide shot of the father standing on a rock, like by the ocean. And he's like, Icarus is falling, and he's like, boosh, into the ocean. He's like, stupid kid, or something like that. You know, like that's it. Just a little quick, like, you know,
so
like that. But it's fun to do.
You know,
that.
if you want to follow your fart theme, what you could do is have him fall and like land flat just on the ground, put cracks coming out of from underneath him, and then just as a punctuation, have him just fart because he's face down.
Oh,
I'm telling
that's a good idea.
You gotta keep up the fart.
You know what you could do?
Yeah, just make a
You said he falls into the ocean. He falls into the ocean.
Yeah.
You know, you could do what Anya said, but like he's in the water and like beat,
the
and
bubbles.
then just some bubbles.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yes! That's a good one. That's a good one.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I'll cut to him like under the surface, and then it's like, bloop, bloop, like that. Yeah.
You know it.
That's good. That's
you
good.
Need to get, like,
or falling
sound,
on the pavement.
The sound. You need to get the sound of someone farting in a bathtub for that.
Yeah, I might have to ask one of my kids.
Just record the sound. Go ahead, fart, kid, fart.
Yeah.
Could ask Pip. Yeah, I'll be like, Pip, get in there, fart. I'll be like, fart for your dad. Like, I need this, you know.
I'm sorry, but if I was your kid, I'd be like, get out, Dad.
My kids would probably be like, okay, Dad, I got you. They'd probably be like, I got you.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious.
They're funny. Yeah. So that's really funny. I'm surprised you wanted me to show that. That's like hilarious that you.
It was great. See, here's the thing. You have like a specific like thing that's like just you. And when you sent me that, I was like, this just it hits the nail on the head for like the profile of your type of content.
John Hardesty.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
Nice. That's it. But you know what's funny? This is the hilarious thing is like I haven't really felt like this is what's really funny and just it's almost like me going back to like my like what I started with when I was a kid. Because when I the whole time I've been making art, I've always been like, I don't really know what my thing is. Like when I've been doing like fine art and stuff like that. Like I liked it, but I was like never fully sold out on it and stuff. And I think my thing is like what I used to do with my brother and sister as a kid, which is like making weird stories. Like we used to do that with a huge like beta cam that my grandfather had, you know, and he would let us use it and stuff. And so we used to make these stupid. My brother made a Freddy the Krueger like horror thing, but Freddy the Krueger is an apple, and like it's really weird. So like it's like stupid. Like my sister, like the death scene, Freddy Krueger's like on the stairs and she's leaning towards it. She's like, no, please, like that kind of a thing, like where she could totally run away at any second, you know, and it's supposed to be stupid, you know, it's supposed to be stupid, but we used to do that stuff, man. Like I remember realizing one day that we could like turn off the camera and keep it in the same spot. And then when you turn it back on, like it'll look like you teleported, right? So So we made a whole thing like I was teleport man, so I was like teleporting around the backyard or whatever. It's like we used to do that crap all the time. So anyways, what's funny is like I never knew like kind of who I was as an artist, like what my calling card was, you know, that kind of thing. And I do honestly think it's that, like, it's this like infantile, but also like it's a mix. But I kind of like kind of take inspiration from like the British stuff, because British stuff will be like talking about like Alfred Lord Tennyson's poetry, and then they'll fart, right, or something. You know, like they have like that mix, of like, yes. I think that's my thing. I think, and I honestly think that's my thing. Like when I like, because that's the only thing that I do that I think people are like that's you, John. Like that's you. That's like a, you know, it's like recognizable. So what's really funny is it ends up being this infantile thing that, you know, which is hilarious, which is fitting.
I mean, you're totally. I mean, I think you're talking about something really important. Like not to get all serious all of a sudden.
No. Go for it.
Like everyone, you know, one of the most common questions is like, how do you find your style and stuff? And it's like, I always tell people that like your style is your personality. That's what your style wants to be. It's already there. The whole point of learning, say, fundamentals is to unlock your ability to then bring out your personality. Yes. That's it. So the fundamentals inherently don't have personality. Like there's a million ways to use gesture, for example, and like blocking form. Like that's not where the style is. That's where the information is. But then how you use it is all about putting whoever you are into the art. It's funny how you can't really do that reliably without the fundamentals. I mean, I guess there's probably some art mediums and styles where you don't need fundamentals for maybe some things, but for this, like the stuff we're all drawing here collectively, it all starts with the fundamentals. And any artist will, in this medium anyway, will tell you that. And hey, buy my book for $35 on Amazon. This will give you all the fundamentals you need to bring out your personal art style.
I love it. Get it, man. I love it.
So aggressive. That was amazing.
That was not planned.
I love it. I love it so much. Get it.
Oh my gosh, John. The light in the no.
What?
No. You just like made it worse. The light in the eyes.
Yeah.
Don't do another. No, don't put the glow in. Just without the glow.
Just without the glow?
Because it's like, you know, when you shine a light at a cat in the dark and they have just like the
Yes.
Exactly
oh man, that's just unsettling.
I'm trying to see like
because
I know like what's that? What's that?
Oh no, go ahead.
Hold on. I have to be right back. I have to be right back.
I was gonna say, remember that scene in Ghostbusters 2 where the character, the Milosh character, is in the dark hallway and his eyes light up and he like illuminates the hallway with his eyes? That's exactly what your character looks like. Reminds me of
it. That's awesome.
That scene, that's one of the scenes that scarred me as a kid, by the way, when he does that.
Yeah, for real.
It's one of those things.
I wonder if I could do like a little pupil. You know what? I wonder if I could do like a tiny pupil like this.
I don't think this whole time I haven't had the chat on, and I don't know how to do it. Oh, that's a comment. Where is the chat button?
Oh, John? So the chat button is like down here, like it's like over there. Like you can see like by the layers is the is the little like comic thing. Okay. But then there's also on StreamYard, people will say stuff too. Like so on StreamYard you can do like the comments on there.
Oh, here. Okay, yeah. StreamYard comments. Okay,
yeah,
got it.
See that too.
Got it.
Yeah.
Oh, join the chat. Okay. Well, okay. These the canvas is looking awesome, everyone. It's really cool to see everyone's interpretation. That's really cool. I love the I see the Batman one there, Frank. Nice work.
There's a couple on the next page.
Ancient Ren is doing like a Shrek one. That's really cool.
Oh yeah.
These are all very fun. It's funny because I've been drawing, but I've been like kind of zoomed in on my own piece, so I actually haven't really zoomed out to see everyone's stuff. This is cool. These are all really nice.
I don't know what's his personality. This character, what's his personality like?
He's just the embodiment of childhood imagination. So whatever you can imagine as a kid, the monster is in those situations, but not like fantasy situations. More like games of hide and seek and jumping on the bed, and just stuff, just simple pleasures that you have as a kid type of stuff.
Okay, cool. I was wondering if my like human kind of thing for him, if it would actually work. Like if he was like, "This is my outfit," like I'm a human, like
yeah, I love it. I love it. I mean, there's no rules.
That's
can
right.
do whatever. That's
fun.
So
the simplest designs are sometimes the best, though, man. Like I know you were talking about, but I love that. I think that's why it's it's I don't know. Like you've done a lot with it. Yeah. You've done a lot with it.
It's funny what I love. Again, it's all animation. Like when you look at any, like say Disney character, they're all drawn like they've gotten down to like the core shapes that just need to be there. I love that stuff. I love that stuff. So even 100%. Something complex like say Tarzan, it's a very complex fit character, but the way they simplify his anatomy is to me very inspirational.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
I agree. Glen Keane.
Glen Keane is, if I had to pick like one artist who, yeah. I have do you guys know I have a Glen Keane original? Yeah, you see it? Let me get it.
Yes.
Nice.
Yes.
That's amazing.
There it is. Now I actually don't, I am pretty sure it's Glen, but I'm not 100% sure because this came unverified at the auction that Disney sale that my wife bought it from. I think it's Glen because I know his drawings, but I was talking to Aaron Blaze. I was talking to Aaron Blaze just again over a webcast, and I'm like, Aaron, can you verify whose drawing this is? And he wasn't totally convinced it was Glen. He said it could have been another animator, but to me, the strokes just look so much like Glen's. I don't know.
Yeah, interesting.
Because Aaron worked on the Beast. Like Aaron.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Which is crazy, man.
Like maybe he would know
so many things.
Yeah. Oh, it's cool to be able to see him at Lightbox and stuff like that. I hope the Floridians out there are okay, because I know Milton is scheduled to hit, and I'm not quite sure when, but man, it looks scary.
Tonight, that's when it is. There's been like five or six tornado warnings so far.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, I was watching the news channel right before this, so I'm like, I'm like looking at it because I've got like many friends in Florida, so I'm just kind of like, most of them have evacuated, but yeah, hoping everyone is safe, guys. Wishing everyone well.
Yeah.
Get out of there.
Scary stuff.
Still there. Get out.
That's scary.
Oof.
But it's like, you get out obviously, but coming back, like what are you coming back to? That must be so frightening. I missed it.
Some people
there was a
were
question
like
that I saw that I just.
Sorry, go ahead.
Anya, can you read the question, please? That was just posted. I cannot find the chat. I don't know if I'm just challenged over here.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how knowledgeable are you in the field of animation?
I'll preface that with a quick story. So like when I first started my art journey, I wanted to be an animator. That was my main goal. And that was my goal for several years, 5 years, let's say. I wanted to be an animator. So I learned to draw in the animation tradition. I never did full renderings for many, like 5 years. I didn't do any full renderings. I would do quick poses. And that informed like my gestural sense, I guess. And I studied all kinds of animation from the Don Bluth stuff to Disney stuff to anime, like all kinds, right? So on a scale of 1 to 10, in terms of knowledge, it's like a 7 or 8. Like I know what's out there. In terms of actually being an animator, it's down to like 5 or 6. Like I can animate, but like you see in my latest YouTube video, I can produce a moving animation, but I've never like done complex character animation before. So it's like a 5 or a 6 on execution, but knowledge is like a 7 or 8. Like I'm not a stranger to the principles of animation and stuff like that. If that answers the question. I'm trying to do more animation. I'm trying to do for anyone who knows my 10 Minutes to Better Painting YouTube series. I haven't done an episode in a couple of years, but the intern, if anyone knows, my intern character, which is my avatar on this chat, my intern character he got ejected into a black hole in space. And the next episode, I have to bring him back. I have to rescue him. And in that episode, I'm trying to get a bunch of artist cameos in there. And I'm animating the intern in a more complex way. So it's my own way of getting further into the back into the animation thing. Nice. And the episode has been a nightmare because artists joined and then artists drop out, or like I'm expecting something from an artist and they, you know, didn't deliver it. So like I've had to rewrite the script like a million times. And like I just got so fed up with it. I'm like, I'm just not going to work on this right now. And then that right now has lasted like a year. So I got to dive back in. I got to find the time and energy to dive back into it. But like, do you guys know who Captain Disillusion is?
No. Captain Disillusion.
He's I'm sure people out there know. He's one of my favorite YouTubers. He basically makes debunking videos where he'll take like a visual hoax and explain why it's fake. And he dives into like visual effects. And it's really well done stuff. Like his channel is amazing. Anyway, I have him. He did a cameo segment for me in this video. And like it's done.
Wow.
I fully animated the intern. Like I sent him a script. He shot it himself, pretending to interact with my character. And I've animated my character to his performance. It's done. And like, nice. I cannot wait to publish it, but,
right, but you can't.
I need an episode around it. And like, it's kind of falling apart, but Aaron Blaze is in it. He did a great part for me. And
nice.
Amazing.
Yeah. So I'm trying to get, I might actually even start hiring some help with like finishing the animation. Like I'll do the animation, but coloring it, I cannot stand coloring it. Like I'm just sitting there coloring frames. So I might actually reach out for some help to do that and like just see if anyone's, you know, maybe in the future, see if someone's available to like color frames of animation for me.
I love coloring.
All right. I will reach out to you.
Just saying, I love coloring.
Hey, I will email you. I will email you because I hate it. All right.
I would love to do that, actually.
Oh, okay. Well, done. I will reach out to you. I don't know when, but I will. And I will.
Hey.
Yaga says, Marco, what program? I
Yaga's
animate
good
in
too,
a program.
by the way.
Oh, nice. Oh, awesome.
Yeah, Yaga's good.
I animate in a program called Animation Paper. It's like I think it's getting more well known. It's like some programmer made it just as a one-off, and I think it's still in beta. It was in alpha for a long time, and that programmer emailed me because he saw me animating in Blender on YouTube. He emailed me being like, would you mind trying my software? And I fell in love with it. So Animation Paper is what I use. But I also just use Photoshop. There's a plugin for Photoshop called Animdessin. It's a French, like some French guy made it. Animdessin, like animation drawing, I think, in his translation. And it's awesome. I love that too. Now, animating in Photoshop is kind of like fine cooking with a microwave. It's not made for animation. But
I like that.
But I like Photoshop. My brushes I'm so used to Photoshop that I love drawing in it. So I've been kind of wrestling with Animdessin and animating in Photoshop, which is what I did my Hulk animation in my latest YouTube video. I animate the Hulk. That's done in Photoshop using the Animdessin stuff.
I love that.
Anyway, that's the program. And I like Blender. And Blender's great too. Just I don't love the brushes in Blender, so I don't like using it for animation, but Blender has a great workspace as well.
I'm sorry. I'm laughing at what he just pasted in.
What was it? I missed it.
Just zoom out in your canvas and just look what John just pasted into the canvas.
That's hilarious. Wow. Someone stole my idea.
Leave that in because this board is basically a memory of a hangout, right? So
yeah. That's part about this.
Peak.
That's amazing.
Peak awesome.
So
microwave cookbook. That's incredible.
It used to be a thing. It used to be a thing like in like the 80s. Like it was a thing. Like, it was like, and it's really funny when you see the commercials because they're like like a house. It'll be like saves housewives like this much time and all this stuff.
They always have this table filled with foods that are obviously not cooked in a microwave, right?
Right.
Like
roast
chicken.
Right. Totally. It's like Jell-O. It's like Jell-O, and you're like, what?
What?
Yeah.
You bite into that chicken and immediately get salmonella poisoning.
Right. Totally. Like the outside's nice and crispy. The inside is like, gooey. Yeah, that's hilarious.
I do have a huge nostalgia fondness for the 80s. I was a kid in the 80s, and I remember I don't know. There's something. This is just something like Stranger Things captured it well when like just that.
Oh yeah.
Technology is like still new kind of thing. That kind of feel.
Yeah. Yeah. Totally. 100%.
Oscar said 200 pages of how to microwave instant noodles.
It's so,
awesome.
I mean, that's so funny. I want to buy this
Worth it.
actually. Like this cookbook. I want to put it on my, I want to put, okay. No, this is the book I want to buy. Check this out.
Okay,
Wait, hold on.
The fact that you made it, that it's him thinking about this, that's demented.
Yeah.
No,
it's
like doing
what?
the other one. All right, sorry.
Oh,
we have a narrative now.
I keep crying.
There we go.
Oh yeah.
Here we go.
Like,
this is my book. This is my book.
Oh wow. For one.
And look at all the food. This is exactly what you're saying, Anya.
And there's no way that's cooked in a microwave. Like there's no way.
Dude, it's like filet mignon.
Pancakes
at the bottom. Like,
Pancakes,
what the heck?
Jello, like there's
and corn with butter on it.
Pie.
You know, like
there's like
pies.
Stuff that there's no way.
Dude,
like mashed potatoes
cake in the back. Is that a cake in
mashed
the back?
Potatoes, really? Like there's a milkshake.
Oh, that's incredible. I mean. The milkshake. How do you? Why would you
look?
Put
Jello.
A
Jello's out there. I told you, Jello. Like
Jello. Okay, Jello. You can boil the water in the microwave. I guess.
I guess
like at
so.
The start, and then that's the way you involve the microwave. But a milkshake?
Oh my gosh.
There's no part in the process where you actually need a microwave. So like for me,
she's like, you can make a milkshake in the microwave. First step, turn off your microwave. You know. So funny.
Remove it from room.
Yeah, right.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, so funny, man. That's awesome.
Someone asked me how many shapes I see on the woman's face. 3: light, shadow, and ambient occlusion. 3.
Nice.
I don't know if it was a serious question, but I'll answer it seriously.
I like it.
Yeah, I had a few questions this week during our weekly events, like, how's this hangout gonna be? And I was like, yeah, you could show up and chill, ask questions if you want. So yeah, that's why we're getting like questions every now and again. And it's all good.
Yeah.
It's a cool hangout. Yeah, it's awesome.
The Shrek one's really funny. Ancient Ren, that's really funny. I love it. Or is it Yaga that's doing that? Who's doing that up there? Everybody's frozen to me. I gotta refresh.
I'm frozen too.
Yeah.
That is webcam is still live. Oh no!
Look at my face. Look at my icon is like right.
Here, I'm gonna reload the page for the stream.
No, our work.
Oh no. Okay, so everything on that canvas saves to the cloud with every brushstroke, so you don't have to be worried about it crashing. But
might just take a second for the server to catch up.
Yeah, we might be having like a little bit of a down moment.
All right, well, I will take a bathroom break and I'll be right back.
Yeah, do it, man.
Sounds good.
Sounds
good.
I gotta get Marco trying Quill. I gotta get him trying Quill if he wants.
Yeah,
to do
I would love to see that.
Because imagine his painting prowess with Quill, like added with Quill.
Yeah,
like that'd be so awesome. You know,
that would be
really
nuts. Cool. That would be.
There
insane.
we go. Back at it.
I would love to see that.
Yeah,
that would be so cool.
Basil, that's balsamic.
Her name is Meg.
Right, but it's balsamic, right? Vinegar.
Balsamic vinegar, yeah.
Right,
balsamic vinegar.
Right. So I can't.
Isn't it cute though?
It's awesome. It's really good. I love that. I love the texture of the strokes on that. It's super awesome. Right? You know, it's really, really good.
Like everyone has done such a good job. Who did this face? Because this
which one
is just.
I know. I freaking love that. That's
oh
really
my
good.
gosh, so good. Look at this too. It's like Lumiere from Beauty and the Beast, but it's
love it.
It's the green monster.
These are all awesome.
I love this too. Oh, everything. They're so good.
I know this pose.
This is just.
It's really funny. The more you look at it, the funnier it is.
It's the Fleshy Bean 3.0.
This is like Marco. This is like.
Thank you.
Like really Marco-esque. Like. It's
well,
good.
I tried to.
I can't get it.
Yeah, I tried to imitate.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. Like, having been like okay, my experience with Marco is like a shadow fandom, because like I didn't realize how much of like the videos he makes on YouTube actually influence a lot of the way that I paint. So actually doing this today felt really, really natural, which is really weird. So
Oh, very cool.
I'm glad to hear you say that though, John, because he's back.
No, it's good. I have trouble like getting the colors that he uses and stuff. I think it's funny. I didn't see you do this, Marco. We both did that with the that's pretty funny.
Yes, the little pails.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yours is better. Look at those shapes. The shapes are way better. Look at that. It's way more interesting.
They're simplified.
That's way more interesting.
John, I heard you talking about quill. I got into quill a couple years ago.
Did you?
I did, and I was really interested in how like the tools you use. I got into it, but for some reason I just stopped. So like, what tools do you use to create your animations? Like just as a basic rundown, like a simple.
Yeah. So I do VR. I do quill into Blender, and it's a little bit of a weird transition. Like, so everything comes in as an alembic, if you know what I mean, Marco, like into quill.
Yeah,
I mean into Blender. Yeah. Nobody that uses Blender ever uses alembics. Like everybody I talk to, they're like, they're like, oh, I never. They're like, oh yeah, alembics. I never do that or whatever. And I'm like, so it's a weird. There's a weird like learning. Number one, quill has like a super weird learning curve too. Like it's odd and limited. Like it's very limited, but you can like break stuff. Like and do like so again like that deer thing that I did was like 30 minutes 40 minutes. That's like making it like doing everything, you know. It takes like 2 seconds to make stuff. Like it's crazy comparatively, because and so what I've started to do, I have to show you sometime, man. Like I've got this weird pipeline that I built like over the course of months, where because I wanted to do my own like show, like an animation, and I wanted to do quill because I was like, I love it. It's just so much fun. And it's just different. It just ends up looking different. And some people don't like it because it doesn't look clean and stuff. But I don't want to go for my story's so weird anyways. I don't want to go for like the Pixar kind of a thing. I mean, not to mention my computer probably would take, no joke. I mean, realistically, would probably take 3 months to do one frame of their, you know, to render it. You know what I mean? But I've got like, so I do this other thing, Marco, where for the mouth movement and stuff for the characters. I bring it into, I draw their mouths in Adobe Animate. Okay. And so I just have their mouths like as like 8 frames, like for the visemes, like, and you know what I'm talking about? Like in like each different phonetic mouth movement, you know? And so I bring them in. Yeah. So there's an AI function in Adobe Animate that will take your audio and arrange your visemes based on that audio. So then I take those, like, so on each of the visemes, I have a letter written, right? So I have A or B or C or whatever. And so I have it output as a sequence of a JPEG sequence. So it has this JPEG sequence of the mouths, like A, F, G, whatever. Then I have this program. So this all happens really fast, right? Because I just do the AI, it spits it out. Then I plug all those JPEGs into a program that is a image to text translator. So it's for people that, you know, just have a batch of images and they want to take all the text off these images from like a PDF or something and turn it into like actual text. So it spits it out as a text file. So I get this string of letters that's like A, B, B, C, F, F, whatever, right? Well, somebody made this program for quill. It's like behind, like, it's only in the Discord that people really know about it. It's called Quiver, but they wanted to be able to have fonts in quill. So they made this thing where you can type in a text file, the font, like what you want, and then you pick the font and you go into that quill file and it'll make those letters together like the sentence in quill. And so it's like an actual 3D rendered like thing in quill. So I thought, well, what if I modify the letters to be my mouths of my characters? And I put in the mouth of the character for A through G or through whatever. So now it spits out all those letters. And when I put it in Quiver, it brings a quill file. It's got this like 8 mile long stretch of the mouths with the proper shapes, but it's almost like Aardman. It's almost like Aardman or like stop motion, you know?
Yep.
So what I do is just I keyframe a movement over of each mouth, and then I just repeat that and just play it. And then all I do is just select everything that's on I just hold the select button and select everything while it's playing on the outside of that one little mouth. And so then it's the mouth changing, going blah, 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 like that. Then I just take that whole thing and move it around and follow the character with it. So I have all these weird, like, I have these weird, I have like the run cycles for the characters made, and then I use keyframes. Like I have like, it's weird. I'm trying to do all these time saving things that'll make it easier for me to do it. But it's really what I think you'd be so good at in Quill is all the tools there, like your painting style. Like your painting style would translate directly. It would translate directly to what you're doing there. And so then you bring it into Blender, and then the trick, I can help you with that too, because that's just, it's not too bad, but it's just a little weird. But you can get it to look the same as it looks in Quill, or you can do what I do, where I have like, I actually have two, like I will combine two, like, you know, like I'll have a principled BSDF, like I'll have two of them, and I'll match it. I'll like take one that looks like Quill, so I have one whole shader that's like just like Quill, and then I have another one that's a little bit that has the 3D elements, and I'll decide like how I want to like vary them, right? And when, and like whether it's based on the camera or whether it's based on this, so I can get like a little bit of like a kind of so it ends up looking like an N64 game or something. Like when I bring it in, it's like really weird. It's odd. It's odd. It's
that sounds like different. A cool process.
It's fun, man. It's fun, and it would be so. I just don't know the pipeline would be. It's janky. It is. It's janky. It does look janky. It looks, and I like it. So, and I'm leaning into it. It fits with the subject matter and how weird my stuff is. Like it fits in that it looks weird. So I'm actually kind of pushing it further.
So from Quill, you're exporting a sequence of frames.
Yes, as an alembic. Yeah. Now this is the amazing part, though, Marco. Like when it's packaged as an alembic, the first frame of every animation, I take the character and explode the character out, like all the parts of the character.
Okay.
I just spread them out. So then when I bring them in as an alembic into Blender, whatever textures, I just grab that particular part of the character and change it to whatever texture I want, and it changes it for the entire alembic.
Oh, that's cool.
So yeah, so I can like, re-UV it, you know what I mean? Like unwrap that and do it and like add stuff, and it's crazy, man. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Like it makes the process like so easy. Actually, I can show you. I'm working on this Winnie the Pooh thing. And I was doing go
for it. Like bring it up.
Yeah, I'll bring it up. I was showing, I won't do the audio because I was talking to the director, because a buddy of mine was like, hey, they're doing this animated Winnie the Pooh show. And he was like, we want to do like an intro animation that's like zooming around like the 100-acre wood and like going from area to area. And he's like, but we don't want it to be like traditional 3D because it's too jarring, because their show is like a watercolor looking show, you know, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
It looks like a watercolor painting kind of come to life. So Quill can kind of do that, like look like that. So I was showing them a test, and I'll bring it up. Yeah. Let me just turn off the audio on this here. And actually, I think I can just do the window then if I don't need the audio. But here, hold on. Let me do this. Sorry. Window. Here it is. Yeah. So like so again, this is done in like, so I took they had like a test, like a test thing that they did where Pooh comes out and he's like stumbling and stuff like that. And they sent me that as like a guide. And so what I did was dude, this is like an hour and a half. So in an hour and a half, I made this, animated what you're seeing here, and did all that, like or even less than that. It might've been less than that. So you can see, look, so this is the animation. Like he comes out and he's like, oh, like that, right? And this looks a lot like how they did it. And then Piglet just, after he takes that off, then Piglet just waves to him. It's like, hey, what's up? You know, like that. But then watch this. This is where you bring it into Blender, right? So you can bring it into Blender, and you can add lighting, you can add, you know, whatever you want. And I was even showing the director, I was like, we can do whatever textures we want. Like I could turn the tree hunt to honey or do whatever, you know, you can modify whatever you want. Wow. And you can keep it. So it's kind of like this halfway in between sort of janky. This one's a little cleaner than what I do because I want it to be somewhat in between. But then you can do the grease pencil kind of thing where you have line work around them too. You know what I mean? So it's like it's really cool, man.
So that tree,
it's really cool.
So like for example, that tree is made of what exactly? Brushworks, flat brushwork. That is Okay.
Yeah, it's like planes, right? It's like a super thin plane that's like bent and stuff or you can make it a little thicker, but it's all so low poly, man. It's super low poly, like super low poly. And the thing about quill is all this stuff, like look at the wind and like as you can see like the wind, like that wind that's blowing and the trees like you can kind of see like the leaves it's hard to see because I was just holding the camera and quill doing it, but like stuff's blowing in the wind and you can do that takes 2 seconds, man. 2 seconds to animate that stuff, and it's really fun. So yeah, it's a blast, man. You should really try it. Like I just would love to see your painting style like mix with it. It would be super cool, man. It'd be super cool.
That's inspiring, John. Thanks. I got to pick it up. I mean, I've got my Oculus Quest 2 or whatever the hell it is. I got it.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's
actually back there in that closet right in there. That's dude. And
it'll be weird if you want me to, because when you get back in it, you're gonna be like, what the heck? There's just these weird ways you have to do stuff, and it's odd, you know. Yeah. But give yourself time.
Well, I would love to chat with you when I see you in a few weeks. I'd definitely pick your brain on that because I think I would really enjoy that, you know.
Wonder if I could bring my I wouldn't have a computer to plug it into. I was gonna say I wouldn't bring my Oculus, but
it's okay. I mean, I'm familiar enough with it because I used it. This is like 3 years ago, maybe even 4 years ago. I was using it, experimenting with it a lot, but then I just stopped for some reason.
Do you know Daniel Martin? How do you say his last name? Pichet or like? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yes, I do know who that is.
Or he works for Pixar, I guess, or does he work?
I was super inspired by his quill stuff. Yep.
Yes, if you look at Remedy like that, if you look at that like his animation Remedy, dude, that shows you kind of like what's possible. I'll show you. I'll just show you like a still frame. I'll post it up in here because it's
probably
like
seen it. Yeah, I've probably seen it. Let me see.
It's really the one with good.
The warrior girl who like goes.
Yeah.
That blew my mind. I remember seeing like the vial of medicine.
Yes.
That is incredible. Yeah,
dude, insane, and it's really and it's hard to even convey it to people because, like, when you see this, it looks cool, but when you see it in VR, it's like completely different.
Yeah,
you know, like it's a strange thing. Like you can't, you really can't convey it to people. Like, this is him working on it in Quill. This is funny. This is an interesting image, like this one here. That's him. That's what it looks like in Quill, like when he's working on it.
You pasting it? Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's super
so
cool.
Yeah. Oh man, this brings me back. Like it's funny because you look at that image as a 2D image, and you're like, it's all right. But when you see it in VR, it's like, oh, like this is incredible.
Yeah, it's like holy crap.
Yeah,
like
you get it in VR. You have to see it in VR though.
Yeah, it's trippy. It's like, but he's so good. Like fundamentally, he's so good. And this is what I was saying is like, I think like you would do such cool stuff because you're painting. Because that's what makes Goro so good is that he can he can paint, right? He can paint.
Yeah,
and you can paint so well that you would just kill it, dude. You'd kill it.
Man.
It would
awesome. I gotta inspire me to try again. Oh man, I remember.
You were even saying like that you're almost bored of painting, and this might bring it back where you're using those skills, but you're doing it in such a different medium that it's like interesting and fun and rewarding.
Right. It's bringing it to life really again. Cool
and the animation side, dude. Like doing the animation in Quill is so you could do like just straightforward animation like so easy, like, and you just stretch stuff and like pull it, like all that stuff with like Winnie the Pooh when I was having it. I didn't do like the standard. I just did that like frame by frame. I didn't even do that. Does
it function like stop motion? Like when you're doing stop motion, like this is that how it functions? You're just like
yes, it can be like that. Though. Yeah, there's no rig. But so what you do is like you literally squash it and move it. Like all the geometry you can move. You can like take it and move it, or you can squash it and stretch it. You can. What I do is go. This is the cool part, right? Yeah, what I'll do is go like this. Like a lot of times, if I'm going to make a character jump, I grab the whole character with my controller, and I go like this, and I hit record, and I go like that, and jump the character, and then all you do is like it makes all those keyframes, and then you adjust. So like if I'm going to make somebody do a flip, I have it go like whoosh, whoosh, like that, and then I just go in and adjust those keyframes and modify it so they're actually flipping, and it goes and does that. But you can do that with like a boxer. You have a boxer, and you're like this. You just go like that, and you throw a punch, and it's like, and you just all you have to do is like grab the fist part of your character, record it, and you can be like, like that, and then you just attach the arm to it, like you just like move the arm to where it needs to be, dude. It's like it's super cool, like it's really really cool. It's amazing. Even if you have a bouncing ball, you just the fastest way you can animate it in like no joke in like a minute just by going boom, boom, boom.
Yeah,
like that. You just do that with your hand, and that's it, and it's done. And it's like it's really cool. So it opens up possibilities, dude. You'd have so much fun though. You'd have so much fun.
Well, maybe the next time we get together here, it'll be a quill cast.
Oh my gosh!
I will have to have VR for that.
Yeah, we all be wearing our headsets. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, you inspired me, John. I gotta try it.
That's an idea for next time. Maybe I'll connect with you guys about it for like
that would be cool.
Yeah. I mean, I know this is the whole thing is like this is Magma, but
yeah,
I know. Well,
we could design it in Magma.
We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it. We could do like a different thing. I don't know. But I would literally like pay to watch YouTube do it. Like I would love to be involved, but even if I wasn't, that would be insane to watch.
That's the only thing about Quill though, is that you can't do multiple people in one session at a time. You can do gravity sketch like that, but you can't do multiple people at one time. But we can have our screens up and be looking. You could put the window in the Oculus, like you can put the window up there and have the window up so you can see everybody while you're working. But yeah, that's the only unfortunate thing. But what can you do?
Right.
So. Yeah,
well, that's awesome.
Really cool.
So I'm just gonna mention we are like 21 whole minutes over time. I love all of the like bonding and chatting that we're doing. I don't want to interrupt it, but we are super over time, and I want to respect both you guys' time.
Oh, thanks.
We do have one last question if you want to take it before we go.
One more. What's one more gonna hurt?
That was a sarcastic thing, by the way. I didn't come across.
No, it was funny.
Okay.
No, it was good. No, I knew you meant it. Like seriously, I thought it sounded funny. It was good.
Yeah, it didn't come out. Anyway, go. Sorry, I interrupted. Go ahead.
So, somebody asked, do you have tips on overcast lighting?
Oh yes. I was gonna say that. Yes, I do. And the best way to get at it is just go to my YouTube channel, and I have a video called. I think it's something called like lighting things in shadow. The thumbnail is like a portrait of a woman, and it says like lit entirely in shadow. So just go to my YouTube archives and look for that thumbnail, lit entirely in shadow, and it's basically an overcast tutorial and like what shadows and lights do. Yeah,
nice.
Then when you're done doing that, go pre-order his book on Amazon.
Right, one more time.
Right.
Debt-free art drawing.
Do it, guys.
Give yourself an art career with debt-free art degree.
Yeah.
And it's kind of me on the cover a little bit too.
Totally.
I love it. I love it. So thank you both for coming on to Magma and having a wonderfully doodly time with us.
This was tons of fun.
It was awesome.
I had a ton of fun too.
Really
and
fun.
We have several comments to indicate everyone else did as well.
The canvas looks awesome, everyone. That's so cool.
It does.
I made this character. He's peeing when he sees this.
Oh,
real fast. I did it like this little kid is scared.
I didn't even see that guy.
Yeah,
I just did it. I just added it while you guys were talking.
Poor guy is like peeing.
Like its tears are
this
coming
poor
out.
kid.
Hopefully, I will see some of you at Lightbox. Say hi, and I'll see you there, John, for sure. We'll miss you,
man,
for sure.
I know. I'll be there next year and every year after, though.
Well, good luck with the immigration exam or whatever it is, but good luck with that.
Yeah. Thank you. I'm sure it'll go well.
Yeah, keep killing it,
right.
Marco. You're doing awesome. And dude, good job on that pinball machine. That's like crazy.
Oh, thanks, man. Thanks. I will keep going on that. I'll try and make a video on it when I can. Thanks for the comment.
I'm gonna watch that for sure.
Under 2.0, appreciate that.
Heck yeah.
We'll do this again. We'll do it again. You said you're taking a break around November, December. Let's go come back to New Year or something.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, you guys. We will see you in the new year.
See you guys.
I'll see you next week, but they'll see you.
Right.
Anyway, bye.
See you guys.